Hello, you guys. How are you guys doing tonight? Well, today I am going to be inking this page, so I'll try to get started as soon as possible. So I'm working with the G Pen nib. So I'm thinking about um, probably give some little tips or little little say-sos or little advice or suggestions what I use for with tools and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of other artists out there that that do this stuff, but like one like how to draw grass or water or leaves, stuff like that. Just like basic stuff. Just like little 5-minute videos. I think it can be helpful. What do you think? I'm not gonna try to talk as much because I kind of I'm not kind of I really want to kind of get into this drawing. Can't believe the month of December is here already. Just like that. I'll come back over with the paintbrush and a finer nib to do like the detail work on this. I always try to keep the nib clean. And when the nib starts losing its edge, I change it. That's just me personally, because I do like the precision of it. And when you feel a clean nib, I mean, you can save the old nibs for if you want, for, you know, they're like for your own personal tools, because after a while they get worn out and they'll start to show their wear. So a fresh nib is always, personally for me, is always nice. It's good to turn the paper, so when you want to get uh like your best strokes, kind of like shit. So you're not fighting against yourself in the image. So you want to make sure you can execute the stroke without making things harder for yourself. This weekend went by so fast. I have to get up and go to work already in the morning. So yeah, like right now it's a waiting game for the books. I had a little run on the road, so that little setback kind of screwed me up. I should actually go back over this with a finer brush. Just want to make sure everything is right, because it's like it's like the camera is underwater and the person's like floating from below. I mean from above, and the camera's like looking up at him, at this individual, a character that I will not speak of. Just want to make sure the folds on her dress look good and right because of like the folds and everything. I want them to look like, you know, like they're filled with water, and then some of them are like pockets of the fabric. It's like kind of like bubbling on top of the water. So it gives some dimension to the dress, to the fabric. So I try to put folds and stuff so it doesn't look flat. So I'll come back to this character with a finer nib so I can do the shading and all that stuff and add the finer details. So I think I'll do some of the plant life down in the water. Since everything's like underwater, just like try to make things like wavy. Yeah. So I'm doing it with a bigger, with a G pen, with a G nib, and then I'll go back over with a finer one to do my detail. Need to clean my nib real quick. These nibs are pretty sharp, so careful. Like little daggers. page upside down for a second. I'm gonna freestyle a bit. I have my pencil sketches down, but just to give an idea of what I need to draw, it gives me an idea of what I need to draw. And then from there, if I don't have anything, I'll just freestyle to add to it. So I'm not sitting there painstakingly with the pencil, so I can always clean up everything. And always remember, haste does make waste. How to learn that shit. Maybe I need to quit cussing as much, but I had to learn that stuff. Some bubbles. Kind of like that, so I'll keep that. Try not to go too solid with the shine, because I can go back over and do the ink wash and stuff. You guys like, why do you put so much work in your backgrounds and detail and stuff? But I'm just gonna look at it for 2 seconds and then flip the page, because to me that's just how I work. It'll drive me nuts if, you know, I've stated it before in a video. Well, it'll just drive me crazy. It's just me. It's just how I work. I always like to go above and beyond when it comes to that. But it's just, not only it's one of those things that just eats me up if it's not where I feel I can have some more, you know, like room for, you know, for art. Okay, I gotta plug up my phone real quick. Okay. Hopefully that's not. Okay. We can do this. Trying to get this on there. Okay, we're back. Supposed to do that with a fino nib, but I get like impatient. Drawing a part of a tree, like an old dead tree under the water. It's got like moss and stuff on it, so it should be like floating up. So did you guys have a good Thanksgiving or happy holiday or whatever? So I know some people don't like that, but me, I enjoyed my Thanksgiving. You know, it's one game I can't play anymore. It's not like it's a bad game or anything, but man, that game's like kind of brings me down because all the memories and you just kind of play it, and you played with old friends. It's Minecraft. I used to play that quite a bit, not religiously or anything, but just I put some time into it and built some stuff with friends and stuff. And then when you go back to an old record, save file or something, and the people that help you build whatever, and they're no longer around, or they're just everyone's doing their own thing. I got caught up in life as well, so I haven't had time to play it myself. But But when I go check it out, when I went and checked out an old file that I haven't seen in years, it was just like, it was kind of sad, you know. But it was also, you know, there were good memories to cherish at the time. But yeah. But yeah, it's like I'm willing to put in the time in the backgrounds and put in the work because that's just how I work. I just don't, you know. I mean, it's just how I want my book to be. You know, it's just not everyone has to do that. You know, I mean, I might get knocked on for even attempting, you know, just even put backgrounds and go at this degree of level in detail. But to me, I always see the background as a character as well. They they help uh, the actors and the actresses on the stage, and it brings mood and atmosphere and all that to your scene. It's like when you read a really detailed novel, with, you know, how they break down the scenery, the background, or the atmosphere. You know, it's kind of like visually try to paint a picture for you in words. So this is what I want to do with images. You always come back and fix them up. Should use a finer nib for that. Just lay out some guidelines for myself to see what I want to do. So I want this this water pool to have like a kind of like a 5-foot drop on that ledge. So I kind of like dot my way across. And I can always go back over and add my detail and stuff. There'll be some plant life, so it'll act like a shelf. This little step, so there'll be some plant life on here. So I'll come back to that. But yeah, if someone's gonna turn the page and say, "Oh, I just looked at it for a couple seconds," but it's one of those things where you know, people can all that appreciate your art and appreciate what you're doing. Not even that, just, you know, if they appreciate art in general and they like to go back over and check it out for themselves, and you know, they own the book and they can go back and look at it. But with my backgrounds, I want to build atmosphere and, you know, build a setting for the characters and stuff, and also build a mood for the reader so they can see what the characters are going through and understand their settings. Or their environment, my fault. Not settings like on a PlayStation. And the thing is, like after all this is like inked wash and all that stuff and cleaned up, I'll go back over in screen tone and touch up some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna switch nibs real quick. I've got 10 more minutes of recording time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to finish this off camera, unless I do a part 2 of me finishing it up. It's just I try to get this stuff done as much as possible. Alright, so what I'll do, I'm gonna touch this ledge up. It's gonna be like plant life right here. So I don't want to go all the way down with this shadow. By doing that, it gives dimension. By doing this, it gives dimension to the background. I've learned through the years of of drawing, it's holding it closer like this gives you finer, you know, a little more control, but holding it further back, it lets you move faster. You just gotta make sure you're just steady with the control. But holding it closer to the point like this, it just wears my hand out. Like it feels like the thumb right here just hurts. So, you know, and remember, always try to turn your paper around. Come back over and add the plant life. Yeah. Just add the kind of the wear and tear in the second. Part of this ravine, or not ravine, but this this little pool. So at least like 25, yeah, about 25 feet deep. It's in a city, like a city center well. So I hope you guys find interest in my manga that's coming out. You know, I plan on going the long stretch and completing all of them, completing like my 30 volumes, because I know this is like one of my passion stories. Like I've really been writing for years and stuff, and I'm just ready to. I feel it's right. It's time to put it out there. So you add in the ripples and stuff, but I want the water to be like very still. You know, like that stillness. It's like seeing a leaf on a still lake, and there's like no movement. It's like serene, like no ripples. It's like one of those things where I have to come back and fill this all in. You know, because this, it's like one of those things I want the sunlight to come down, and they're going to be casting a shadow down below on the stuff down here. But before I get into all that, and I'm running out of time, let me go ahead and add this to his hair real quick. Because he's looking at the body in the water. paintbrush. So I went and got some new brushes. I'll erase all the pencil marks and all that stuff after I'm done. Just needed to get the rough work out of the majority of the work in finished for me for his hair, so I'm not even sitting there with a G pen drawing out his hair. Use the brush. Now it's getting around the face, and I better use a finer brush for that. Okay, I've got like a couple minutes left. Alright, guys. I have to call it a night. Most likely I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off screen, just get it together, but I'll go ahead and upload and make a thumbnail of what I currently have. So you guys have a great night. Thank you very much. I'm running out of time, so you guys take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Oh, besides, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Catch you guys later.